This episode of Doc's Boost is all about installing a Gen 2 MGW remote shifter on my Shelby GT500, equipped with a TR6060 6-speed transmission. Boy, what a mouthful, right? The MGW shifter boasts a 1-to-1 movement ratio, and that means no lag or drag in your shifts ever again. More amazing than that is that this shifter reduces throw by an amazing 50% and is made from aircraft grade aluminum and stainless steel. Truth be told, I installed my MGW almost a year ago and I'm still thrilled to death with its performance. This is a must for any true enthusiast. Hi, I'm Doc, and you're watching Doc's Boost, and Doc's Boost is all about bringing you the truth and showing you how to do high-performance maintenance, how to do high-performance upgrades and installs, and how to go out there and have some high-performance fun and excitement. Dream it, upgrade it, and drive it like you stole it. To get the shifter ready for install, the billet pins that support the back of the shifter must remain out. We'll add them later using the supplied Allen wrench, but for now, leave them on the bench. Next, we have to cut a few strips of the noise dampening sheet that came with the kit. Applied to the arms that connect the shifter to the trans, it reduces noise and vibration. Be careful when applying the strips because the aluminum backing has sharp edges. Don't rub along the length of the edge because that can cause injury. I need to cut one more strip to attach to the shift linkage. Be careful not to apply the strip too close to the housing. You may interfere with the action of the shifter itself. Working from the inside, remove the console to gain access to the shifter insulation and inner boot and shift plate. Start with removing the shift knob by simply unscrewing the damn thing. And then the console can be removed by just popping it up, and remove the insulation to unbolt the shift boot plate. You'll have to remove the old shift shaft to get the boot plate out. Now we have access to the bottom of the cars. We can see straight through. Next, from under the car, you're ready to remove the old shifter. And you're looking at the rear support bracket for the shifter and the two nuts that take that out of the way. Remove them first. Next, lower the transmission by removing the rear support to gain access to the shift linkage and all that attaching stuff way up there. As you can see, the cross member bracket comes off pretty easily, and I've been told that you don't have to lower the trans in order to do this job, but if you're like me, the more room you have to see and get your hands up in there, the better off you are, right? Now you can see one of the two clips is partially out. What needs to be done to remove it is a bit tricky, but not hard. There's a small Allen wrench included in the kit, and that's the tool you use to push on a release tab to swing the clip body up and out of the way so you can slide the pin out. All of this becomes very clear once you reach this stage of the removal process. I did this animation so you can clearly see what to do. The wrench goes through the hole, and as you push it through the hole, you can feel a little bit of tension. You're going to want to push on that, release the tab, push the clip up and out of the way so you can slide it out. Rinse and repeat on the other shifter support arm, and you're golden. After the arms are disconnected from the trans, the shift linkage must be removed from the shifter so you can get the old shifter out of the way in order to get up in there and disconnect the shifter arm that connects the shift arm of the transmission to the shifter itself. We're going to get that bolt out right there. Torque trick is all I needed. Now that we have it out of the way and on the table, you can easily see the side-by-side comparison. The stock shifter is stamped thin metal with plenty of room for extra movement. I think we all can agree tight is so much better. As in a shift pattern, what were you thinking? But that's not all. The MGW Shifter is a hell of a lot beefier and is designed as if it were a top loader style shifter that's built right into the transmission. This design provides a firm handshake we all expect when we grab that knob to make something happen. Look at the difference in the rear support brackets. It adds to the solid performance with every hard driving thrust into a higher gear. Let's get this thing installed by first removing the arms off the MGW shifter so we can attach the arms to the trans independently of the shifter itself. First, connect the shift rod from the shifter to the rod in the transmission, in the exact reverse order that we took the old one out. Well, let me put some Loctite on the bolt first. Okay, here we go. Well, I got to do most of this by touch. Make sure it's tight. It's a lot of hard work to get under there and to replace the missing bolt on the side of the road, as we can all imagine, right? Second, attach the arms by sliding them in place on the body of the transmission and sliding the clips through. A lot easier to maneuver these stupid things without the weight of the shifter. Swing the locking part down over the ear on the transmission until you hear that audible click that tells you it's locked in place. Once both arms are attached to the trans, attach the arms to the shifter body and tighten the bolts. Then push the trans back up and replace the cross member and tighten all 6 connections before moving on. Now you can install the rear support billet pins using the larger Allen wrench to tighten them in place. And look, please don't do what I did and install the rear bracket backwards. That stainless steel plate needs to face the rear of the car. I had to go in there and make sure I corrected that before I called the job done. Don't do what I did. Before I reconnect the exhaust and drive shaft, I'm going to go inside the car and install everything that goes under the console. So what we're going to do now is assemble the inside here, and it starts out with this rubber piece, and this bolt hole is farther down than the rest of them, so this goes on the passenger side right here. So we're gonna push that down in place. The bolt hole should match up. That should line up in that hole, and this side should go in that bolt hole. And then the next thing that goes on, the new MGW boot plate, just like that. Work it a little bit over the shaft, just like that. And now we're going to tighten them down. Padding that came in the kit and the original insulation. Bring it all the way down. Once all of that's in place, I can snap the console down and install the knob. It can be pretty hard to miss third gear. Finally, make sure everything is tight down below, including the exhaust and the drive shaft and the trans cross member bolts. Okay, we got exhaust back on, it's tight. We got everything tight from the front to back on the exhaust. Shaft is back in, tight there, tight up front. All the mounting brackets and all the mounting hardware for the new shifter is in, including the interior. We're ready to go. We need to put this thing on the floor and take it for a ride. Let me get out from under here. So far, it's been acting flawlessly. Perfect. Couldn't be happier. I'm really excited. Check it out. This is the perfect time to go out onto a nice secluded street. That, couldn't have been any happier with this upgrade. I can't think of anything I've done with the car so far that made me feel so good as this did. Well, maybe when I put the 1314 style taillights in it, that was a major breakthrough. I really like that upgrade a lot too, but this MGW was freaking amazing, man. And hey, let's keep the action going by watching this burnout video I got scheduled for you right down there, right now. Click on that, and I'll see you there in just a moment. And thanks for watching.